So what would this final answer be? We can't simplify that, can we? Is what for? Sarah, it seems like it's always in the parentheses, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool.
When we're given a problem like that one, the previous one, on a test, can we do both ways so we can check our answer? I guess?
That's brilliant. I'm not trying to put you, that is brilliant what you just said. It's really done by students. And I don't get too upset when I feel like someone's in a rush wants to get a test done, because sometimes what'll happen is like a cognitive load will take over, where your brain will you just fry it. So you're just like, let me just get through here, and by the time you're done, you're so exhausted mentally, you don't even have the what? The strength to kind of go back, and you're worried if I go back, I'll change things. But boy, is that brilliant. When you can do a math problem 2 different ways, you're double checking to make sure you did the whole problem what? Done correctly.
Yeah.
I'm totally serious. And I didn't do it enough as a student. I was the one who just, I finished early. And then later on I was like, daggone it, I should have just sat there and checked some of these things, you know? You know what I mean? It's like this stuff that I went up. You know, I'm talking about composite functions. You remember this f of g of x stuff?
Yep.
Right? Well, let's say f was, and I'll be brief on this. This isn't calculus, but this is pre-calculus stuff. Let's say f was x squared plus 1, and let's just say g was 3x minus 4, okay? Now what's f composed of g? It's what squared plus 1? F composed of g is
3x plus 4.
3x
Minus 4.
minus 4 squared plus 1, right? And let's say I asked a student to find f of g of 2. Well, do you agree they can just plug a 2 in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work. But a way you could check to make sure you did all this stuff right is, you're like, well, hold up, I'll plug 2 into the what? Into the g, get a number, and then I'll take that number and plug it into the what? Into the f, and I should get the same exact what? Answer, and you're showing that I made sure I did the whole problem right. Does that make sense? Cool, so that's good, it's a great idea. Great idea. Hey, in a second, I'm gonna do something like that. Okay, because there's gonna be a problem on the test. You're like, and I'll find it. Where you're actually tested that you actually know this whole rule right here. What is it? F prime of g times g prime. You go, what are you talking about? I do chain rule every time. There's a problem. It kind of shows that you actually understand that whole concept. It's in the book, and I'll show it to you. But before we do it, can we do one? I did all the trig functions. I did sine of x, I did cosine of x, and I did tangent of x, right? Except I did like a sine of 3x and a cosine of 2x, and I did a tangent of like 5x squared or something. I want to do the other one. Remember I said there's 4 that come up often? I want to do a secant. Right? Differentiate this. And I thought I'd add it to another guy. All right, good luck. Well, hold up. Let me put it up here because we just covered this yesterday. We just covered this. Derivative tangent of x with secant squared of x. What's the derivative of secant of x? Remember?
Secant x, tangent x.
It had 2 of them next to each other.
Oh,
Secant x,
Secant of x, tangent x. All right, very good. Secant of x. Tangent of x. Anyone see that? There are 2 more, but they just don't come up as often. I'll put them on the board if anyone wants to practice them. The other 2 don't come up nearly as often as these 4. Now look what I have. I got y equal to secant of x 5x plus tangent of 8x. I just want you to differentiate this function. Well, do you agree I can do that one separately? Right? And then do this one separately? That'll be my answer? The only way I guess I can add them together is if I solve some kind of like terms. There might not be any though. And these might be nothing you can factor or anything. We'll just leave the answer like that, okay? This is the one we haven't done yet. So the derivative of secant was secant tan. So I need this derivative. Okay, no problem. was easy. Oh, wait, I'm missing
Five,
something.
five.
This is the interesting discussion, Amber. People start wondering, do I have to put 2 5s down? You know, they're all running, Sarah. They're like, oh, what am I gonna do, a 5 for each? No, if that's the root of secant, all I'm missing right now is 1 solo G prime. Do you follow me? Because this was the original what letter? That was my G, right? Does anyone follow this? Look, there's your G. So in the end, I did all this, and now I need G prime. Well, what's the derivative of 5x?
Five.
5. And then where do I like to put the G prime now?
Front.
Stick it in front. Put it in front. Eventually, we're gonna anyways, it's a coefficient. You'll get in that habit. Now, try it with that guy. We already did one like this, but do it again. That's the secant squared, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's, what's the chain?
8.
I would leave the answer like this, because we can't factor anything, can we? I mean, that's the best. Hey, look at it. Maybe if you had, both of them were secant 5x, you might factor it, but you can leave it like that. Right? Is that okay with that? All right. This is on page. Oh, if anybody wants me to do one out of that textbook, I'll be glad to. This is page 206. This is one of the problems. I'll try to do the even one so I don't do the odd. This is number 63. Ready? Here's x. What the heck is this problem for? Everyone, this is to make sure you understand this rule. Plus, there's another reason I put this problem down. A lot of you, like, you still gotta take like a placement exam. You go, for what? You never know. Like, you're trying to get in the master's program at some Ivy League school. This is what they'll do. They'll go, we're gonna take a little placement exam. We'll see how you do in the maths, if you're okay with this stuff. Well, what will it cover? Well, it covers up to calculus and all this stuff. These are the kind of things they put on. All right. Do f primes 4, 8, 4, 5, 7. And lastly, g prime of x, 6, 7. All right, I put 63 for practice, everyone. We're gonna do part B. This is what it says. Let's do A. I'm sorry. I'm sorry with A. If h of x, ooh, they came up with another letter. If h of x is f of g of x, ooh, you know me, I like to use m, see? M for messenger. Everybody like to do m for messenger, but they're using what? H of x. All right, so if h of x is f of g of x, they said find h prime of 1. All right, if h of x equals f of g of x, let me get parentheses there. Find h prime of 1. So do you all agree we have to do chain rule? It's a function composed of g. Well, I'm telling you, if a student didn't know this right here, they're not going to get it right. We have to write all that out. Would you help me write it all out?
Yep.
Let's write it all out. What is h prime of x equal to?
F
First
prime.
step, h prime of x is equal to, let's write this. H prime of x is equal to, try it from memory. See if you can do it without looking over there. What is
Okay.
it?
F prime.
F prime
G of
g of
x
x, close parentheses, anything else?
times
Times
G prime of x.
g prime of x. I'm going to try to emphasize that times there, right? Was everyone okay with this?
Uh-huh.
This is true. h prime of x would be f prime of g of x times g prime of x. So far, so good?
Yep.
I say we start here. And first, well, even before we do that, I apologize. What letter is x in this problem? They give us a number.
1.
So would you substitute 1 for every letter x in here?
Yep.
H prime of 1 would equal f prime of g of
1,
1
which is 5.
times g prime of 1.
1, yeah.
So far, so good? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I say get that. Just look it up in the table. Go find it in the table.
Oh, that's 6.
And when you go, how do I read this table? So that's another, we gotta get used to this table. All right, that's F, that's G, that's F prime, that's G prime. We're trying to find G prime of what?
The 1,
There's the 1. So G prime of 1 is what number?
6.
So I can replace this whole thing right here with the 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Put a parentheses around it. That's 6. Amber, do you see that? All right, cool. Where do I go next? This is where I didn't want you to slip up. I can't do that yet. You know in math, you got to do the inner parentheses first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the first thing we got to do is go into this table and find the what?
G of 1.
The G of 1 in that table. You got to find it. Before you can get to this F prime, you got to go find G of 1. You got to do this little thing first. What's G of 1?
2.
Good, there's G, there's 1, 2. All right, so in parentheses, parentheses,
Mm-hmm.
F, dash, right, sir, look, I've got the F, I got the dash, I got the parentheses, I got the parentheses. I'm grabbing this out of the table, and G of 1 is a what? 2?
2.
Now I got that. Remember, I already took care of this part. So for my last step, read this. You need F prime of 2. Is it in the table?
Yep.
It's, you see, you look it up here, like, here's the F prime column. F prime of 2 is a what? 5. So what is the final answer? This whole thing is a 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Times 6 gives you an answer of what?
3.
Yeah? Is everyone okay with that?
This is a Facebook math.
Do you follow me though? Well, you gotta take our placement exam. Well, what's it covered up to? Up to calculus 1. And then you're like, okay, I'm paying, and then they throw things like this on there. You know, they do a little multiple choice. The answer is A, 20, B, 30, C, 40, D, you right? So they put on there. Was everyone okay with that? Cool, were you okay?
Would you put something like this?
Yeah. You know why? It's the one thing, you know why? I like stuff like this? Because it's showing, as students demonstrating to me, I know they can apply chain rule in different situations. They're showing to me they actually know the actual what? The actual rule. They're showing to me, because that's the only way you can get the problem. You know the actual rule. It's F prime of what? G of X times G, because you'd be surprised. Sometimes we go, I know chain rule, and I go, write it out for me, and they do this, look. Oh, I know it, and I go, well, write it out for me. They're like, it's, yeah, it's, everyone, can you see my errors?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, and then it's times G. You know, they're like, you know, it's like, nope, 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 nope. Where's the funny dash? It's what? There, and what's in here? Just a G. And then what gets multiplied very, very at the end?
G prime.
G prime of X. So that's really what it's all about. Did you want to do another one? All right. You go down, let's go on. Oh, this was letter B. Ooh, if H is G of F. They're twisting the letters on you. Now you really need to know chain rule. If H equals G of F, can you find H prime of, what number do they say? H prime of 1. Oh, whoa! What do they do on you? They're making you write chain rule with the letters switched around. I just think you can. I hope I don't get mixed up here, right? Because I'm so used to F prime of what?
G.
I'm now going to have to think of what? G prime of F. And Amber, then my chain will be the F prime, right? See how they write this? Okay. So let me start out. Can you read H prime of X to me, everyone?
Yep. G prime f of x
All right. And,
times f prime x.
boom. There it is, backwards, right? See? G prime of F times F prime. Austin, okay? Oh, cool. Now, what number do I put in? 1 to 1. Janie G prime of F of 1 times
F prime of 1.
F prime of 1. I'll move this out of the way.
No, it's cool, it's cool.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
You
cool.
sure?
Yeah, yeah. I can recognize it.
We're almost done, everyone. We just gotta grab this from the table. What's F prime of 1 on the table?
4.
That's a 4. Do you remember I have to do that first? What's F of 1?
3.
So look, 3 in here. Meow, meow. G with the prime still there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take that slow through there. And then with G prime of 3?
9.
G prime of 3 is a 9. 9 times a 4.
36.
Wham. It's not as bad as you think. You just need, you do it once or twice, you get used to it. Hey, you wanna do one more?
Sure.
You know, when I haven't done an equation of the tangent line in a second. We'll do 2 more, we'll be done. Let's do one more, like, typical derivative, like, I'll think of something that's kind of weird. We've done some trigs, we've done some LNs, E.